Alright, I'm James IZ, and I will be escaping this Church of Scientology. I completely lied to you. I'm just gonna watch a Vice video about this lady or man that had apparently escaped the Church of Scientology, and I don't know anything about Scientology besides, like, I probably heard like a conspiracy theory video, like they referenced the religion, I guess, in The Simpsons or like South Park or whatever the hell. And I think who was it? It was like Tom Clancy was in it, or no, Tom Cruise was a part of their church or whatever the hell that.
Junior is supposed to be an intergalactic warrior lord. I would say about.
I'm sorry, what the hell did you just say to me?
Junior is supposed to be an intergalactic warrior lord. I would say about 90% of people in Scientology have never heard of Xenia. So you don't learn about Xenia until you get to OT3, which would probably cost you £100,000 to get there.
Okay, first off, it's a cult, I'm guessing, that you have to pay entry fee, so it's probably a scam, and from like the sound of it, it sounds like a plot to like a video game. What the hell is a Xena, and what are you even talking about?
Most people don't even make it that far.
And like, why do I have to pay $100,000 just to be a part of a church? That sounds like a scam to me.
I first got involved with the church after reading a book of theirs. I hadn't ever heard anything about Scientology before that, so I didn't know what a cult was. I was in my mid-20s, and so I did contact the church, and I went in there, and they had me do a personality test. They kind of told me that I was a complete mess, and I needed to do some Scientology courses to sort myself out.
Okay, you're in like your mid-20s. You're doing just fine, to be honest with you. Yeah, they obviously just said that just to get them in there. I think if anybody were to take that test, they would probably say the same shit to you.
They're looking for where you're not happy in life, or what it is about yourself that you'd like to improve, and that they call you a doing. And then once they find out what your doing is, they will use that against you. Because they will make you believe that only Scientology can help you handle that problem.
Yeah, but it sounds like a cult, which cults are built off the backs of weak-ass people. See, now, for me personally, I would never fall for some bullshit like this.
Within a few months of first going there, I started to work there. And they spent some time trying to recruit me to join them. I wasn't initially planning to do that.
Yeah.
They basically wore me down. They'd take me to what they call a recruitment interview. And they'd put me there for hours.
Yeah.
If I refused to sign the paper, they would say, okay, well, what I'd like to do is have a read of this, and then give me some materials to read. And they'd have me start reading that, and then they'd go away, and they'd come back an hour later, and they'd start again.
So you willingly did that? You went through all of that yourself? Because you could have just walked out the door, right? Or like, were like they forcing you there? Were like they holding you at gunpoint? Did they have armed guards standing outside the room or something? So you sat there for hours reading the stupid book, and they would just come back and do the same shit again to you, just ask you to sign the paper, just to sign your soul away, to sign your life away to them? What kind of stupid shit is this?
How they do everything.
Man, fuck Scientology.
How they get you to pay over money. But this one, stop asking you. Once I had agreed to do it,
Okay, yeah, so it just sounds like to me that they just annoy the ever-living shit out of you until like you cough up a couple bucks.
on a 2.5-year contract. Dad told me I'd be earning probably £200 a week.
What?
Which turned out to not be true.
Oh, okay,
I found
shocker.
myself working over 80 hours a week and earning under £5,000 a year.
The fuck were you doing? Excuse me? What?
I was basically teaching people courses. I started at 9 o'clock in the morning and finished at 10 o'clock tonight, Monday to Friday. And at the weekends I worked from 9 o'clock till 6 o'clock. I must have had about 10 days off in the whole time I worked there. They have you sign a contract.
So is Scientology just a pyramid scheme? It's just a pyramid scheme? What are you talking about?
They tend to cut you off from everybody, and first of all by taking up all your time, they have you in there.
Sounds like a cult to me. That's exactly what they do.
So you haven't really got as much time for friends and family, and you end up kind of putting them off automatically. They also encourage you not to read newspapers or listen to the news, and they tell you it's full of lies. I thought I was learning something, but since I've come out, I do realise that yes, I was brainwashed by them. They get you speaking in their terms and their own language, and so you start to see the world completely differently.
That sounds like internet culture too. You know, like the black pill and like the red pill. It sounds exactly just like that.
Send me to a place called Flag in Florida in America, and they send you there to become trained. They consider that place to be the Mecca of Scientology. They paid for me to go over there. And then once I got there, they took my actual passport off me and they kept that, so I couldn't leave if I wanted to. And I was doing courses over there.
It sounds like some shit that Andrew Tate did.
It was an even harder schedule than it was in England. It was even longer. You had to repeat certain principles over and over. They call it Chinese school. You literally knew everything word for word. They were supposed to pay so much every week for your room and board there. If they failed to pay, then you would work to make up that amount.
Excuse me? Wait, what? What?
You'd spend so much time every week, probably about 25, 30 hours, doing some physical job usually. You'd have to do that and then spend...
Okay, so basically they enslaved you. Because, like, that's what this sounds like. It's just... What kind of church does this to somebody? What?
As well. I was quite lucky if I got 6 hours sleep. That was a good night. Part of the work they made me do was to work on these, like, buildings.
Okay, wait, so you joined... Okay, wait a minute, so let me get this straight. So, you started out by picking up a random book about Scientology, and you decided to go to the church, and then you just... Bro, what were you doing in your life to do something like this? Like, where do you have to be in life to end up here?
The field is the kind of elite part of Scientology. They will work probably close to 100 hours a week for most of them, and they get paid about £50 a week.
I get, like, you signed yourself up for this, though. Like, you really signed yourself up for that.
Some of them seem like very nice people, and some of them seem like very ruthless, nasty people.
I would become a ruthless and nasty my damn self too if I was in this situation.
I did realise that the whole thing was a complete scam. I was definitely a different person when I came out of Scientology, because I'd picked up a load of conspiracy theories. I was completely off the rails. I hadn't been to see the doctor for years about anything, because I didn't believe that doctors knew anything.
Jesus Christ.
Refused to drink water from a tap, because it's got chlorine in it and fluoride in it, which I believe are poisons.
Okay, well, I don't see a problem with not drinking tap water, because that's just true. Anyways, fellas, so apparently the Church of Scientology is just a complete scam. And why did Tom Clancy even join them in the first place? Which I don't even know. Tom Cruise joined them in the first place. Whatever the bro. Scientology. This video. Vice. Whatever. I'm done with this shit. Anyways, so for the rest of the video, I'm just gonna stare at you. Until you leave a like, I'm just gonna sit here and stare at you.